Okay, let's look at the causes of variation. Organisms of the same species differ in terms of morphology, iaitu bentuk mereka, physiology in terms of the body processes, the metabolic processes, and also function, and genetics. So what are the causes of variation among these organisms? Okay, let's divide it in this manner. If it is continuous variation, remember the examples like height, body height, and also body weight. So this can be caused by environmental factors. What are environmental factors? Faktor persekitaran itu adalah seperti temperature lah, suhu kalau dia adalah panas, whether it is exposed to light ke sunlight, and also pH. Okay, but for discontinuous variation like the blood group type, so this is determined by genetic factors lah, and it is not affected by environmental factors. So under genetic factors, we are going to discuss crossing over, independent assortment of chromosomes, and also random fertilization. One more is mutation. So all this is going to affect this is going to explain how genetic factors is bringing differences in characteristics lah. Okay, so the first one under genetic factors is crossing over. Okay, remember crossing over, we've gone through this when we did meiosis during Form 4. So crossing over occurs between the non-sister chromatids of the homologous chromosomes, and this is during prophase 1. Okay, so look at this picture here. The blue color and also the purple color chromosome, but they are of the same size. Actually, they are homolog to one another. So this is a pair of homologous chromosomes. Okay, so the blue ones, okay, here, these two blue ones, they are sister chromatids to one another. So therefore, we say non-sister chromatids here referring to these two different colors over here lah, where these non-sister chromatid they cross over during the process of crossing over, where they after they have come near to one another, that is synapsis, they cross over at a point. Then that point we call it as the chiasma. Okay, so this is going to cause new combination. Recombination ini kita panggil dia sebagai new combination. Recombination produces new combinations of genes. Okay, so sister chromatids that separate during anaphase 2 of meiosis is going to form gametes with different genetic materials. Sebab dekat sini they already exchanged the segment of DNA. Okay, so the second one is independent assortment of chromosomes. Okay, what is the meaning of this independent assortment of chromosome? This is actually an event during metaphase 1 of meiosis where a homologous chromosome pair, kalau homologous chromosome itu meaning one maternal chromosome and one paternal chromosome, they are arranged randomly on the equatorial plane of a cell. Okay, so this is during metaphase 1 lah. Metaphase 1, so there's an equatorial plane like this. Okay, so let's say the green ones represents the paternal, purple represents maternal, so they are arranged in this manner. But if they are to change place, for example, the smaller pair over here. Okay, look here, arrangement 1, the green pair, the paternal pair is on the left side, maternal, the purple color is on the right side. But look here in the arrangement number 2, where they switch the place. Purple color on the left, green color on the left. So is this going to make a difference? The answer is yes. Okay, it is going to make a difference because eventually as this process proceeds, okay, this is going to produce different chromosome combination. Combination 1, okay, like this, yeah. Combination 1, combination 2, okay, and then we have combination, okay, this as we have when we have reached metaphase 2 lah. Okay, combination 3, okay, and combination 4. So how they arranged at the on the equatorial plane of the cell is going to make a difference. So at the end of meiosis, there will be different gametes that will be produced. You look here, all the gametes are different, right? With different combinations. Different combinations of paternal, maternal chromosomes. So this results in genetic content of each gamete to be different from one another. Okay, so another cause of variation. Okay, next one is random fertilization ataupun persenyawaan secara rawak. Okay, fertilization, this process means the sperm, which is the gamete of the male, is going to fertilize the secondary oocyte, which is the gamete of the female, and this process happens randomly. So genetic combination, just now we have seen that genetic combination which occurs during crossing over, okay, and also random arrangement of homologous chromosomes in meiosis. We already see that it is producing gametes with different genetic content from the parent. Okay, some more with a random fertilization. Therefore, our outcome is that a diploid zygote will be produced. Okay, it will be produced, and this diploid zygote is going to have a new genetic combination. Okay, the last one to contribute to variation is mutation. What is mutation? It is a permanent change which occurs spontaneously on genes or chromosomes, where mutations is going to create new genotypes. Okay, which means if mutation is to occur, new genotypes will be formed. Okay, there are two places where mutation can occur, two types of cell. If it occurs in a gamete, that means reproductive cells, referring to mutation of the germ cells. Therefore, the characteristics determined by the mutated genetic materials can be inherited. Okay, take note, can be inherited. But if mutation happens on somatic cells, which causes variation, these characteristics cannot be inherited by the next generation. Okay, next one, moving on. We are now entering into environmental factors. Variation caused by environmental factors, we call it as environmental variation. So environmental factors that cause variation include abiosis factor. Remember the term abiotic referring to the non-living components. So the temperature, the light, and also the pH. So in contrast to variation caused by genetics, the effect of environment on variation is small. Okay, it is small actually, since it only involves phenotypic differences. Phenotypic, that means what we can see from external. Okay, and it's not genotypic differences. Okay, environment can change the allele frequency, yeah, and also the genotype frequency in a population. But however, it cannot change the genotype. Therefore, environmental variation cannot be inherited from one generation to the other. Okay, this is a picture showing the hydrangea species of a plant. Okay, look at the beautiful flower. Okay, but do you know that the soil pH is the one that is going to influence what color of flower will this hydrangea species produce? Okay, so hydrangea species plant produces blue flower if it is acidic in an acidic soil, okay, with pH less than 5.5. And this plant is going to produce pink flowers when it is planted in alkaline soil. Okay, so see how this makes a difference. Okay, next one is temperature. Okay, for example, Siamese cat, you look at this. Inherited the gene which produces dark pigment enzyme for fur color. And these enzymes only functions at temperature less than the body temperature. So that means at the peripheral parts, parts like of the body, like the ears, the face, the tail, the paws. Okay, look at these at the peripheral parts. These are the parts of body with lower temperature. Therefore, these body parts are dark in color. Okay, next one is light, cahaya matahari. So sunlight can alter skin color, where people who is always exposed under the sun, who works under the sun for a long period of time, they will have tan skin. For example, construction worker. Okay, this is because ultraviolet rays in the sunlight can destroy melanin pigments. Okay, remember melanin pigment, the dark pigment just now? Melanin pigment of the exposed skin is destroyed. Therefore, more melanin pigment will be produced. When it is more, okay, this means the skin will be darker. Okay, so again, these three are under environmental factors. Okay, how about the interactions between these two factors, genetic factors and also environmental factors? Environmental factors can interact with genetic factors, okay, and to cause variation, in which environmental factors determine phenotype. So characteristics inherited from parents such as the height, intelligence, skin color, these are actually greatly influenced by environmental factors. Okay, an example which supports the effect of environmental factors on genetic factors can be observed in the identical twins. Okay, this situation over here. So let's look at this. Number one, J and K, they are twins, identical twins. That means both of them have similar genotype for obesity since they originated from the same embryo. But somehow these kids, the siblings, they are separated since childhood. So J likes low-fat diet, but and also she enjoys doing physical activities. But K likes high-fat diet and does not enjoy physical activities. Therefore, K is obese, but that J has an ideal body weight. So the conclusion here is that differences in the eating habits and environment while growing up is going to produce different phenotypes. Okay,